true for so long. It kind of fell out for a while after Misk went down to 1, but now they had the return of True King, Lithosagem, the Disaster, back to 3, so they have more ways to destroy those, like Baby Ceresaurus, Petitrodon, and ways to continue to get monsters on the field. And obviously, if you played against Kastira, you know when you get to look at your opponent's extra deck and rip the cards out,
yes,
that can be quite powerful.
I feel like we are going more in that direction where the extra deck isn't as safe anymore.
You've got to play multiple copies of your power ones.
I think that's a great way to change up how we build our decks. And usually the extra deck is just a full toolbox. However, now we're going to start off a game with a reinforcement of the army.
Classic card. That's going to let Harold add a warrior.
Are we going to go for the Hanzo?
It looks like it is indeed Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo.
I'm going to activate Duel and Lockbird.
Oh, huge main deck Duel and Lockbird coming down from Hakeem and his Dinosaur strategy. You know, I wonder if, I don't think we saw the roll, but I wonder if Hakeem won the roll and his strategy is to go second. A lot of the times you see with Dinosaurs, they like to go second because they're able to put so much damage on the board and clear boards as well.
Oh, but this is going to be huge. Now, that's going to cut off the line for the Grandmaster Ninja Hanzo from searching the trap cards.
Yeah, I mean, the Droll kind of hits both sides of his strategy, the Spright and Ninja part. You need the blue and the Jet to add Spright cards to your hand. Hanzo needs to add the Ninjutsu arts. Hitting it on something light reinforcing the army, that's like, it feels really rough.
That's the best point.
Yep, exactly.
Right at the top of the chain.
Yep, they don't even get a chance to really start. Like, if you're able to, like, summon Jet first and then add a starter or, like, a Smashers or a double cross, at least then you have some sort of defense from the Droll. But getting hit, like, on an Enchantress ad or a reinforcing the army ad can be just debilitating.
Well, we're going to see Harold follow up with a Spright starter. Now, that's going to give him a level 2. Sure, he's not going to be able to get that search, but there is a level 2 monster. That's going to open up the extra deck for more additional plays.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, now we've seen, with Spright Elf being forbidden on that last Forbidden Limited list, the main link that they go into once you get to is that Spright Sprint with the Nimble Angler package, being able to go into more level 2s from your deck. Always a way to continue on past...
yeah, definitely not dead in the water here. We're not seeing a pass turn on this.
Yeah, definitely not. It feels bad, though, summoning that Spright Blue but not being able to add that free monster because, the Sprites are just electrocuting and going on to the next circuit and continuing.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah, right. It kind of all makes sense. But let's see what he does next.
Oh, there's a Green Ninja special summon from hand.
All right, so he's going to get another monster onto the field.
Yes, I can target the card, target one of them, special summon this card from hand, and change that monster face
down.
And
one of the monsters will be flipped face down. So I believe the blue is going to be the one going face down.
Sorry? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, the cool thing about ninjas right now is they love putting monsters face down, and right now in this particular metagame, like that is like one of the things you focus on, is being able to flip monsters face down, because Kastira need an open field to be able to special summon their monsters from their hand. So if you can get to stick them face down monsters, it can not only disrupt what they're going to do, but what their plans were for the future as well.
Yes, it's actually one of the heaviest disruptions that I've experienced personally, and sometimes they just have to pass turn after that. And like they can even time it. They have the choice of timing as well if they're going to fall with a Theosis. But back into this one, we're going into the Spright Sprint, and the effect is activating, and that sent the Angler's effect is going off and summoning out double Nimble Beaver.
Yep, I'm a big fan of the Nimble package in the Spright decks. You pretty much have to play it now. I mean, you don't have to, but it's so good to be able to instantly access Spright Sprint and get more monsters onto the field. And then you can overlay with the you can either leave the Sprint up to have some sort of disruption during your opponent's turn, since it has that effect to detach a material from an Exceeds monster if your opponent special summons a monster, or if anyone special summons a monster, to return a monster to the hand. But you can also use it as a material to get a 3200 Gigantic Spright and continue on your plays.
Yep.
Lots of options, but it looks like he is going to hang on to the Sprint. Makes sense since he's under Droll, not going to be able to add anything from Spright Jet to have disruption.
Now he's going to activate the Gigantic Spright made with the 2 Nimble Beaver. Now I don't know what monster he wants to go into here. You can go into Mitsu if he wants to open up some ninja lines, but
it looks like you might be right about the Mitsu.
Mitsu, the Insect Ninja.
Now if Mitsu flips, uses her effect there, if the monster that's not flipped, I believe if it's not a ninja, you do not get the negation part of it.
I think so.
And I will
Looks like so. Despite the Droll and Lockbird being dropped, able to establish somewhat of a decent board here. It's going to have that face down back row, the Mitsu, and the Sprint can detach material from Gigantic as well. So, there's always a debate with Droll and Lockbird. Is it powerful enough to end your opponent's turn enough to where they're not able to continue? Because you're down a card when you use that Droll and Lockbird.
Yep.
But that's always kind of like the debate. But a lot of players have been main decking it.
Overtext Qual is put into the graveyard with a Foolish Burial.
Overtext
Yep, and that's going to trigger the effect
to search for a pill
to add an evolution pill from the deck to the hand since it was sent to the graveyard.
And there is already a Drawn Lockbird in the graveyard. That is not a dinosaur.
Not a dino. That more application. Normally you have to get that Link Karibo into the graveyard from summoning the enamored Archosaur.
Yep.
I have so much trouble saying his name, but
Animadorn Archosaur.
Animadorn, there you go. Definitely a solid dinosaur card, though. We see him add the double evolution pill.
Activate Lightning Storm.
Oh, jeez.
Lightning Storm for the spells and traps. Now, most monsters on Herald's Side are in defense mode, so those monsters will not be affected. So that's why he's going for the spells and traps.
Thank you so much.
I was wondering, I thought I messed up when we sent the double evolution pill to the graveyard. I was like, wait, does it send it to the graveyard? That doesn't make much sense.
No, you have to add it to the hand. That's where the value is at.
Oh,
Destroying a Book of Eclipse. That's actually a pretty big play. I mean,
pretty huge. That was like his last line of defense.
Activate double evolution pill.
Okay, we're seeing a double evolution pill.
Banishing for cost. So let's banish.
We're going to take away the Quatless
and Joel and Lock.
and Drawn Lockbird. Now, that's not exactly the safest special summon here.
Okay.
It's not. He's gonna
Playing into the Sprint.
Yeah, he's gonna be able to return the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno to the hand if he decides to use that Spright Sprint effect.
But if Hakeem has a follow-up on that, managed to put 2 dinosaurs back into the graveyard, then we can probably see it summoned regularly.
Yep, definitely.
And there's the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno being red.
He definitely wants to get rid of this with all these monsters in defense mode.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep. Because yeah, the Ultimate Conductor is able to attack every defense mode monster your opponent has, and then send to the graveyard by its own effect, and inflict 1,000 points of damage to the opponent.
I will activate the effect. All right.
Looks like this is going to prompt Herald to use that Spright Sprint.
Sure thing. Let's see. You can attach one material from an access you control, target one monster on the field, return it to the hand. All right, that is fine.
Yeah, I'll use Sprint effect on summon to the Ultimate Conductor.
Yep, that is fine.
Yep. So we are seeing the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno return to hand. There is no miscellaneous source to protect that one.
That's always so frustrating. So they change the miscellaneous source. I know I always have to read Miss. I'm like, what does this card do? But when I read it, I'm like, I can't believe what it does. Actually,
It's so good.
Have you read Misk?
I've
It's been a while, but
it's so good. Oh, we see a triple tactics talent, and he's going to choose to draw 2 cards.
So maybe this is a little bit of his game plan. Before he gets the Lightning Storm, the Spell, and Trap cards, and then he's going to know that his only interaction is the Sprint, so it's going to immediately turn on his triple tactics talents.
This is I see the Baby Sarah source. I wonder if there's going to be a Baby Sarah source follow-up.
Special summon Dogran by tributing.
Oh!
Going to give Herald his Dinosaur, so I'm going to Dogoran. Looks like that might be the secret rare out of the Speed Duel midterm Paradox box. I can't really tell, but it might just be the rare. But I'm a big fan of the secret rare version of it.
Oh, yeah?
Shuffling back, Overtext Quatless.
Quatless is going back into the deck for summoning of Nemesis Keystone.
Now, this is an interesting one. Not one I've seen too often in the Dinosaur deck, but a good way to get another monster onto the field and put Dinosaur back in your deck to be used later on. Maybe use something with like Miscellaneous Source if you can, since there is only one Miscellaneous Source.
It is something that you can kind of cycle through.
He didn't start with like Oviraptor or any like easy way to really get things online turn 1, but he's still playing through with what he has.
Use like Fossil Dig is like the go-to, and the biggest the thing that you worry the most of when someone summons a monster like Soul Eating Oviraptor is are they adding Misk or not, or do they already have it in hand?
It's one of the two.
Yeah, do you want to disrupt it? I don't know. You have to take a little bit of a guessing game here. Now we're going to a Link Group now. Keystone is level 1.
Yep. He's going to normal summon Baby Saurus.
Okay.
Let's see if he's going to link these two ways. He's trying to get those dinosaurs in his graveyard, so he's going to be able to summon that Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from the hand to the field.
Dark.
Dark.
Okay.
Summon good.
The Dark Charmer. Gloomy.
Activate Dark. The Dark Charmer.
Is there a Dark monster in the graveyard?
I think there's a Hanzo. Oh, no, the Hanzo's set face down.
Okay.
No, there is a Hanzo.
Oh, no,
Hanzo is there.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
he did use it. He used it earlier for the Sprint.
That's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was underneath, yep.
Well, that would give him the highest attacking monsters right now. Except for the Doggoran. The Doggoran is going to be staring him down. We're hitting battle phase.
Hanzo will declare attack on your Spright Sprint.
We're going to attack into the Spright Sprint.
Yeah,
Nothing, doesn't have anything that's going to be able to take down that Doggoran that he gave to Herald.
Bringing you to 6,500.
And there's still also the Dark Charmer.
All right, then I will
Either of those
enter
monsters can probably take
my
be
main
destroyed
piece.
by battle because the attack stat of Dark is much higher.
But in this beautiful world. All right, and I will move to end step.
Nope, just looks like he's going to have Dark, and Hanzo
I will draw for turn.
clears up the Sprite sprint a little bit. Now the play is back to Harold. Looks like he drew an Ash Ball. He's a White Dragon Ninja and an Ash Blossom. Enjoy Spring in hand.
White Dragon Ninja. Now that's interesting. That's old school.
Yeah, I'm looking for the
ninjas.
safe zone, you know. Safe zone White Dragon
Yeah,
Ninja. That was,
indestructible.
yep.
Wow, that was
the
a
go-to.
classic.
And then you can throw out a Dark Samorgan there with anti-spell.
Oh.
Then nothing can happen. Can't destroy anything, can't activate anything.
Harold's holding the largest monster on the field in terms of attack. Oh, a tribute summon.
For White Dragon Ninja.
Now, of course, White Dragon Ninja cannot be special summoned unless it's through a Ninjutsu art card. If I believe it's Ninjutsu art ninja cards.
To attack Dark, so that is 1150. Life points.
Doggeran is going to be attacking into the Dark Charmer,
Okay, when Dark dies, I'm going to use
and Dark is going to activate the effect.
Fine.
Okay.
It's going to provide him with a new
I'm
Dark
going to
monster
add
from the
to
deck.
hand, Soul-Eating Overactor.
That's a good one.
That's a great one.
Alright.
Great
Yeah,
follow-up.
He unfortunately had to use his normal summon on that baby Sarasaurus to summon the Dark. Otherwise, he might have tried to crash in the Dark to go ahead and grab the Overraptor for the next turn. But now, he's just hoping he's going to survive this turn and be able to follow up with all his Dinosaur cards on the next turn. The White Dragon Ninja, normally being summoned from a Ninjutsu art card, going to have to be tribute summoned here. Definitely not the card Harold wanted to see in his hand, but making the most use out of it. You know, sometimes if you get lemons, you got to make lemonade.
Exactly.
And I will pass turn to you.
All right, cool.
Oh, and Harold has to pass his turn back. The game stays pretty open. I don't think there's
Pretty wide open.
Yeah, there's not a lot of disruption except for that one Ash Blossom.
Yeah, oh yeah, he did draw the Ash, and then, I mean, Harold's spell and trap cards are being protected by the White Dragon Ninja, but he doesn't have any spell or trap cards.
We're going to see some of the...
Use its
Oh,
effects.
the Ash Blossom might come in handy right here.
What does effect do?
I think he has to make that choice.
Yeah, you can either wait and let him add the Misk and then Ash the Misk, but yeah, I think you just Ash the Overraptor.
Yeah, at this point, I don't think there's much of a choice. Ah, there we go.
So maybe a top deck that might have saved him just a
Then
little
I will
bit.
activate Lightning Storm.
Can't do that.
Another copy of Lightning.
If he's going to have to crash his Overraptor.
Oh, but he
first.
can't activate it. There's a face-up monster on the field right now. That's not activatable.
Yep.
Enter battle then.
If he knows, he's like, well, I've got to get this
So
monster off the field.
Overraptor will
It kind of
attack
works for him
your
because he
White
kind of wants to put
Dragon
more
Ninja.
dinosaur monsters into his
Yeah.
graveyard. So not the biggest of mistakes by not activating the Lightning Storm first, because otherwise he would just have an Overraptor on the field, and I think it's going to do more in the graveyard than it would on the field here.
Absolutely.
Then
And
I will
that does
enter
load
my
the
main
second
phase
dinosaur
two
for the Ultimate
and
Conductor
activate
Tyranno,
Lightning Storm.
and the Lightning Storm can come down, and the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno does function as a card very similar to Book of Eclipse.
Just being able to destroy a dinosaur from your hand or field, including itself, I believe,
Yeah,
and then flip all your opponent's monsters face down. Yep.
And
It looks like, oh, he gets the Dogran as another dinosaur as
yeah.
well.
Overraptor to special summon from my hand Ultimate Conductor Tyranno in
In
defense.
defense position.
Okay.
And with
Okay,
that,
alright.
I will pass.
I mean, I'm guessing he's playing around Lightning Storm.
Makes sense. If he's main decking copies, ooh, Instant Fusion off the top.
Alright.
Probably not going to get a Tier Limits Kictalos, but definitely still a powerful card.
I mean, there's probably a Yaguramaru,
That would be something.
No worries.
unless his level's a little too
No,
high.
I think
I believe he
it's
is level
5. Yeah, I think it's 5. It could be 6, but I think it's 5. But I still think I don't think just an Instant Fusion in the Ninja deck really gets you too far.
Activate instant fusion from hand.
He's gonna pay the 1,000 life points. I love how the artwork on the card mentions the 1,000.
You gotta pay. It's hot. All right, and let's see what he says. Summon if it is the Yaga or Maru.
Yeah, it's going to Yaguramaru.
Aguramaru, the Armor Ninja.
Okay.
You can attempt to
Aguramaru's
banish.
effect is that when this card special summons or flip face up, I can banish one other ninja or ninjutsu art card from my hand.
And
graveyard
that is
or face
one of the more
Target
powerful
card in the field and
ninja
banish it.
cards. In fact, it's
so you're
this
banishing
card
your
and Geo, the
banishing
Gravity
ninja for
Ninja,
cost,
that
is that
completely change how ninjas are played.
I
Yeah,
will
they definitely got some
banish
useful
what
tools in
card
Photon
on the field
Hypernova
are
that
you
really
targeting?
take them to the next
targeting,
level. And yeah, just
Ultimate
being able to
Conductor
use
Tyranno.
Tobari as like a
In response
defensive
to
option.
the
Before
active
Tobari
Ultimate
and Amazon,
Conductor Tyranno
nice.
effect,
Amazon has that
destroy
effect where you can
a
special from the deck if your opponent does
monster from my
anything,
hand.
Yeah.
which is really strong. But
Flip
sometimes you just have to have that
all monsters my
instant
opponent controls
banish,
face
the
down.
instant disruption.
I'm
So being
going
able to use
to
Tobari
destroy
or
the
instant
effect.
fusion in this situation as removal is fantastic.
And we see the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno activated, and the monster has been flip face down.
Yep, and he gets that Conductor Tyranno because I think Yaguramaru banishes, right? So being able to tribute off the field, you get to put that Conductor in your graveyard. Maybe if you have another Conductor, it's a Dinosaur that can be banished for another one.
I will draw for turn.
Oh,
It's hard saying this. I want to make sure I get all the syllables in the Yaguramaru. I have to always like say it slowly. It's such a long name.
Instant Fusion. Normally it would destroy the card, but the card got flip face down.
Ooh, so it stays.
To special summon from my hand.
But he does have another copy, so he did need to tribute off that Dinosaur to get another Dinosaur in the grave.
Yeah.
Not in short supply of Conductor Tyranno this game.
Declare attack on your face down, and I'll activate its effect to
That's going
send that
to
to
send
the
it away, and 1,000 damage from the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno from the battle phase.
So that's
Like 1,000, right?
I believe Harold now is on 0 cards in his hand.
He's been top decking. He's gonna need something useful.
But this reminds me of classic Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's been back and forth. Dinosaurs versus ninjas. Like, what would happen in real life if it was ninjas like were alive in the dinosaur prehistoric days? Who would win? I mean, most of the time I'd probably, the dinosaur.
Dinosaur. The Ultimate Conductor Tyranno is one of my favorite boss level monsters.
Oh yeah,
It's so good.
So easy to summon with the double evolution pill as well. But even if it's just in your hand, it's still easy to summon.
I actually like it in the hand more because it's way more surprising.
It definitely is.
Way more surprising.
I use that now that you say that, it makes sense. A lot of times I lose the dinosaur. It's because they have one in hand that I wasn't accounting for.
Exactly.
Very
he just
true.
drew into the Equipso Ninjutsu Art Tool Iron Digger.
Oh, and the card he drew instead was multiplication.
Unfortunately, duplication can't tribute off your opponent's.
That's one of the ones that needs one of yours. Oh no! If it was the
If it was
winds,
Dancing Leaves, yeah, then he will be able to use the opposing monsters as the tribute.
Yeah, the duplication and then the super art of transformation.
I
You
want to
can't
see how the two decks kind of synergize with each other. If they can get to like the level 2s, like when would you drop the Spright cards in particular, especially when, say, Gigantic Spright, they lock into level 2s. You have also Spright Starter that also locks you into level 2s, Link to rank 2s. So we're going to see how that one plays out.
Looks like, a side deck card maybe in Harold's hand, a Quackimiru Drago. That's a dragon you can summon off of transformation. Kind of cool, but
Set of face down.
but the only deck that can lead with a set monster.
And we see a Mitsu being special summoned from the hand.
That's a level 2 monster. So this is where the strategies kind of synergize together.
And we now get to see the Spright Blue, capitalizing off of this particular play.
This is cool. Hopefully this blue is not met by a Droll and Lockbird. I want to see what this deck does in action.
Now, usually when you're holding a disruption from the hand, you try to not telegraph it to your opponent like I'm eager to activate it.
That's the hardest part for me because my emotions are always on my face. Like I'm just always so, you can tell when I'm scared, nervous, excited, but you got to contain yourself.
Sorry, can I read both Mitsu and Jet?
Yeah.
Oh, now we're going to see the special summon of Spright. I believe Jet was just added to hand, and now Jet is being special summoned onto the field.
So no Droll and Lockbird, hopefully. It seems as if it's not there this time.
I'll activate Jet's effect, add from deck to hand.
Yep.
And Jet is probably going to search for a starter.
Yeah, starter's a good one. You can get starter
Or double cross.
Yeah, double cross is a defensive option, and starter if you want to find a way to get to carrot or red more on during your opponent's turn.
I mean, Harold's going first, so likely
he grabs starter. It looks like.
Double cross is such a scary card.
It really is.
It's so versatile.
I mean, especially if there's a link monster up, it's great. It's awesome to attach something as a material. That's one of the strongest forms of removal because you're getting a monster off the field, but not putting it anywhere else.
Exactly.
you're hiding it under your own monster, even though it's considered to have left the field. But
I tried my best just to never give that monster back to them as much as I can, as long as they don't put it into the graveyard anywhere else.
All right, and now we're going to see the Jet and Blue go to the graveyard to link summon Spright Sprint. Spright Sprint is going to send Nimble Angler. If Nimble Angler is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, that lets you special summon 2 Nimble monsters, except Nimble Angler, from your deck to the field.
We're going to see 2 Nimble Beavers summoned onto the field. This is a loaded field. Now, I believe there hasn't been Gigantic Spright played, so neither player are locked into level 2 Link to rank 2s.
Yeah, we're already seeing the synergy here. Just with having the Mitsu, a set monster in a blue, he's able to have the Sprint as an interaction. The Gigantic can summon red or carrot. The starter he got could summon the other red or carrot, whichever one he didn't summon. And then the Nimble Beavers, you can always summon from the graveyard too, with another Nimble Beaver later on. That's why I
love it.
I love Toad, like, because if you negate with Toad, you can add back Nimble Beaver, and then you already have a follow-up for the next turn. But it's a little, you got to go through a little more hoops to summon Totally Awesome now than you used to in the past.
Yeah, there's no more of the Ronin Toadin. And we're going to see the activation of the Spright starter.
Let's see if he goes for Carrot. Yep,
He's going for the Carrot.
Sprite Carrot.
I mean, Evenly Match is a very heavily played card.
It really is.
Especially post side.
Yeah, post side you can expect things, yeah, like Evenly Matched Nibiru, Dark Ruler No More. Probably not, I wouldn't expect Dark Ruler No More in a Dinosaur deck because you're just looking to do that damage, but
Also, he revealed Lightning Storm in the previous game as well.
In the main deck.
In the main deck.
So he definitely knows he's going to have some of those board-breaking answers.
Now, the Gigantic Sprite has not activated yet.
Okay.
Is that a Green Ninja that I see? The just got special summon onto the field.
It does look like Green Ninja. So
Oh
more
no, it was summoned from the
Gigantic?
deck. It was summoned from the Gigantic. Yeah, that was the Gigantic summon.
Okay. Maybe color tap.
Cut. There you go. Oh, sorry. There you
No
go.
worries.
Where is he going to take this play now?
Then I will set 2
Might just,
and pass
yep,
turn.
just
Oh,
fills
I
his
like
board.
this. I like where this is going.
Turn.
Has the
Stand by
Carrot.
phase.
Interesting,
Main
yeah.
phase.
I would rather have maybe like Carrot and Red on the field with the Gigantic, but we'll have to see how the Green Ninja works out. We might have some ninjutsu arts that he's needing a ninja monster to use
All right.
them
I
on.
think I will surrender this round and move on.
Oh.
Okay.
Looks like he's seen enough. He has no
Yeah.
way to break through this board, and
I mean, if he had, and that's a thing that some people forget. If they put Mazen on the field, and you happen to drop a Nibiru onto the field and give him a really big token, that token could potentially attack directly for a lot of damage.
you really can't. Oh yeah, the Nibiru tokens. I've seen Boral Sword is another one. You turn into a ninja, and then it's just drew, attack directly for game. It's so crazy. All right, looks like Harold is going to start. So Hakeem is choosing to go second. That is his strategy.
I love this.
It's a little dangerous, like when you lose game 2 going second, but
But how would Harold choose the side? Would he choose the side as if he was going to go second? Like
catch him off guard.
That's the catch him off guard moment.
I do like that a lot. Now Harold is going to summon Beaver to summon another Nimble Beaver.
Beaver into Beaver. All right.
Deep Sea Diva just not in the same class as Nimble Beaver. I mean, you get the tuner aspect of it, but Nimble Beaver just being able to summon one from the graveyard,
Yeah,
that's
that's
just so impactful.
absolutely. And we're going to see a special summon of the Sprite Blue.
To add
That's going to add a monster. Now, see, this is the opening line for like a lot of Sprite players. Like, do they want to set up a little bit of protection, or do they already have the jet in hand? I want to see where this is going to take it, because like that really telegraphs like what they potentially have in their hand. If they're going for protection, they might already have the jet.
Very true. And it looks like Hakeem taking a little bit of a gamble, ashing the Sprite Blue, hoping he doesn't have that jet in hand, hoping he doesn't have another level 2, and just going to have to force him to go into like a Sprite Sprint into Gigantic play here.
And this Beaver.
It looks like it is going to stop him from summoning any more monsters from his hand for now, but Sprint, but the
Oh,
Sprint
but
not,
the Beaver.
Yeah, not yet. But
Beaver
the,
has been dropped already, but
only lets him get one now.
yeah, exactly.
Unless he plays Nimble Sunfish or something. There are other Nimble monsters.
That
you
is
can
true.
easily have.
Sunfish was made popular through just non-stop attacking with the Mosquito Ninja.
Just to keep going in and get more to attack. Yeah, and we actually see the Mosquito Ninja. So in the Sprite Ninja deck, the Ninja Mosquito can actually be used in ninjas.
Oh, that is also very true. I did not think about that. I was like, oh, it is in the name.
It is a ninja.
And I believe there is like a Mosquito Ninja based ninjutsu art as well.
Yep. All right, looks like the Angler is going to summon the last copy of Nimble Beaver from the deck to the field.
But what if he actually goes into the Mosquito Ninja and then sets one of the ninjutsu art cards and use it? You know what? You can use level 2 to generate the names.
The options.
Gigantic Sprite has been summoned onto the field.
I will detach one from Gigantic to special summon from deck.
That's fine.
And he is going to activate the effect of Gigantic Sprite. And one of the fun facts about Gigantic Sprite, for those of you guys who are newer, remember the detaching is part of the effect, and if you can't detach, you do not get that summon.
Yeah, so if you find a way to chain the Gigantic Sprite to flip it face down, get it off the field where they just can't detach it, yeah, it doesn't resolve. Ghost Ogre, notoriously really good against Gigantic Sprite.
And we're going to see the Jet adding starter.
Okay. I'll then activate Starter's effect.
Okay.
Summon a Sprite.
And we're going to see another monster being summoned out from the Sprite starter. This has to be either the Carrot or the Red.
Looks like it is going to be the carrot.
Carrot.
Going to take a little bit of damage here from the Spright starter.
About 1,000 damage. It's based off of the attack points after all.
Yep.
It's kind of fun to see that more people are playing carrot in the previous formats where they're not as much popularity in terms of spells and traps.
There was a lot more focus on red being
Yep.
on the field, but now there's so many power spells everyone's playing that carrot does a little more impact.
I do not believe I will be going back into my deck. So
Now currently there's a spell trap effect negation, and there is a special summon return to hand that is publicly available on the field.
Looks like Harold considering his
Oh,
options. He's looking at the
he's
number
looking at
2.
He's looking at the ninja.
I
I mean, being able to go into Geo is such a big play.
Then I will activate Iron Digger.
Oh, converting it into a ninja.
Sounds good.
Okay.
This is also treated. This is
As a
will be
ninja?
now treated as a ninja.
Ooh, that adds another layer of play here.
And
Because now he didn't have a ninja on the field before, but now he does.
Ninjutsu Art
Ninjutsu
Tool
Art Tool
Iron
Iron
Digger.
Digger.
Now, Ninjutsu Art Iron Dig, I believe it also
Okay.
boosts the
And I
attack.
will pass
Yeah,
turn
by
to you.
500, I think. Yeah.
I'm gonna reread
That's why
that.
if you have that with the armor ninja, you're able to do 8,000.
Got it. Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's enough.
Drawing for turn.
Okay,
Standby phase.
that's fine.
Main phase.
Yeah, you can put on Mason. 3,000, 3,000,
Yep.
and then 22. Yep. Because
Yep.
the Blade Armor Ninja
Main
can
phase.
target any
Any ninja
to
monster.
attack.
Yeah. Oh, I think we're
Yeah,
seeing a kaiju.
So this is all.
So he's going to get rid of the Sprite Sprint instead of the carrot.
And that clears off the Ninjutsu Art card as well.
Does he have a ninja to summon back? I think that you can either summon monster from defense mode or you add back a banished ninja.
I will normal
I think
summon.
so.
It looks like he has nothing.
Nope, he has nothing here. Animaton Archosaur, normal summon.
If the summon is okay.
Summon is fine.
Activating Archosaur's effect.
Archosaur's
Has
effect.
a baby Ceratosaurus or something to destroy.
Please be a baby. Oh, Petit Pteranodon.
Still works.
Spell a trap from my deck to hand.
That is
I
okay.
think the only difference is this one can't summon Pankratops, I think. Or is this one
No,
that
this
can,
one
this one can summon
I
Pankratops, the
believe
other
it
one
can't
can't.
attack directly with the monster, I believe.
Yep.
That's okay.
Similar to baby Ceratosaurus.
Pteranodon
Just
effect.
different, different parts of the scale.
Dinosaur monster from my deck.
And we have
That is
a
okay.
double evolution pill added from the Animaton
But it
Archosaur.
cannot attack this turn.
Okay.
Now, Ash Blossom is already in the
So
graveyard, so
special
the card
Dino
is
Rest
immediately
of
live,
Pankratops.
and we're going to see a Pankratops being summoned.
This is
There
the one
it
that
is,
summons the
there it is.
Pankratops, yeah. I knew it had a direct association with Pankratops.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, looking
I
at
will
this
link
current game state,
One
we're going to see the Link,
for the glorious
probably a Link Karibo.
Link Karibo, an MVP dinosaur card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Usually used as the non-dinosaur you can banish with a double evolution pill.
Sometimes they even go one step further
Pankratops
into
effect
the Secure
tribute
Gardener.
itself
That is true, I've seen
to
that.
Target your
Looks like he's going to
Sprite
use the
carrot.
Pankratops effect to destroy the Sprite
That's
Carrot.
That's a great move. That's going to open up the spells now.
After which I will activate double evolution pill. And I'll
Oh,
banish
this is
for
huge.
cost.
So he's going to be able
Ash
to banish the
Blossom,
Ash, as you
Joyous
mentioned, the
Springs,
non-dinosaur,
and
and the Archosaur.
Okay.
That's a great setup.
You're good.
That's going to be the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
Then
I think Harold
I
committed
will
all the
special
cards
summon
onto the
from
field
my
already.
deck My wonderful
That's a,
ultimate conductor Tyranno to this zone right here.
That's good.
the
That's fine.
great Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
It's definitely a good boss monster.
I
to
love
have
seeing
for
this
the-
card on the field. I just don't want to be looking across the table seeing it.
Being able to attack all your monsters is just so strong.
Thank you.
I mean, that's
and
got
then,
to change the
uh,
card advantage
I
completely.
But to see if Harold has something defensive he can use face down, or if he's just going to lose it
attempt
all.
to enter battle.
Battle phase is fine.
Battle phase is fine. When someone says that, I'm a little concerned.
It means I'm going to do something when you attack, probably.
I mean, that's the one timing that you can't use Miscellaneous Swords, and Miscellaneous Swords also effect expires during this phase.
Yeah, it only lasts for that one phase, yep. Yeah, no misc any of these games here for Hakeem. Definitely unfortunate.
Yep, that's correct.
I don't think he even opened Oviraptor
Yeah, any of them.
We'll
to get the
declare
setup.
An additional attack on Gigantic Spright.
And we're going
And
to
it
see
will use its effect
a
to send it to
sweep.
the graveyard and inflict 1,000.
1,000.
All right.
Clearing Harold's board
Bring you
here.
to 5,500 if I'm correct.
Yes.
All right. And it will declare one more attack on your Spright Jet. And use its
Another
effect to
attack
send it
and
to the graveyard
another
and
effect,
inflict
another 1,000.
Okay.
bringing you to 4,500. Then Link Karibo will attack you for
Oh, and of
300.
course, Link Karibo for a little bit more chip damage.
Got a little bit of attack. Every point matters, that's for sure.
All right.
I mean, I've once
Then
lost
I will
because
enter
I
main
couldn't put
phase
50
2.
damage.
Yeah, that feels so bad. Like, there's somewhere in the game I could have just done a little bit
Link
more.
Karibo
Oh, it looks like
for
the Secure Gardener might be
the
coming in.
beautiful Secure Gardener.
There we go.
And with that, I will end my turn.
Secure Cardinal is going to secure Hakeem's life points a little bit.
At least don't take the first damage you take for the turn. Oh, not a good draw here for Harold.
Yep.
White Dragon Ninja.
Nope.
He only plays one copy and has like
He drew
46 cards in his deck, or no, 48 cards in his deck.
and he drew
Just-
multiple times.
Just sometimes the heart of the cards is not with you. I didn't hear him ask. Sometimes you got to believe in the heart of the cards. You know,
Yeah.
you got to. If you ask, sometimes you will receive.
All right.
I mean, if he's playing the White Dragon, oh, we're going to see a.
Oh, he does have a trap. Yeah, I
activate
forgot.
the
So he had no ninjas because the Doggeran got rid of the Iron Digger so quickly. But now he's going to be able to use the Dancing Leaves to tribute his face down monster.
Kawaki Miru Drago.
So Jiho could
And can I read your
potentially
official
help here with the Conductor Tyranno.
Yes, it can keep it permanently face down, but Geo will also need to target itself because it needs to target 2 cards. But at least the
Conductor
Geo
would
side,
put
Geo side can flip himself back up because only affects the opposing monster, not yourself.
Very little important detail to keep track of. And Jiho the Gravity Ninja, just a fantastic addition from Photon Hypernova for the ninja strategy. All the cards they got in Darkwing Blast and Photon Hypernova were just really strong.
I like how it changed from a combo-oriented playstyle, like a playstyle shift, to a more mid-range control style.
Yeah, that's the kind of decks I'm always like. I like decks that I can go back and forth with my opponent, control the game, but I have like that wow factor, a way to put a lot of damage out, explosive, like something like Metal Foes, like those kind of decks.
Of course,
like,
Metal Foes.
yeah, that's one of them. Like the decks where you just can set up something, but you don't have to set up something too crazy, but then they have a huge follow-up that can end the game on turn 3.
And we are seeing the Geo.
Yep.
Now, one of the best parts about Dancing Leaves is that even if you use the Dancing Leaves, you have the option to put it back into your hand.
Oh, that's right. That is such a cool effect for it to have, too, to be reused later on.
It makes deck building around ninjas a lot easier, and then you don't have to like commit too many resources into like making these plays because these cards, they recycle themselves back into your hand.
What will you target?
I will target.
So it looks like he's targeting.
Put the face down.
In response, I'm going to activate Ultimate Conductor's effect to destroy a monster on my hand or field.
They both flip face down.
So the Conductor's going to put the Jiho face down. Either way, he's going face down. Maybe Hakeem has a dinosaur he wants to
Ultimate
destroy.
Conductor Tyranno will destroy Overtext Quatlas.
Oh.
That's going to help him get another evolution pill.
Resolve,
Okay.
and then, no, it's just flip face down.
That's going to be flip face down.
And then yours resolves.
Puts that Conductor face
and then
down
on
for
the next
good.
Chain, Overtext Quatlas effect. Just search for uphill.
I mean, Hakeem's not playing dinosaurs. He's playing Ultimate Conductor Control. Like, we've only seen him utilize and focus on Conductor. I mean, due to his draws, I'm assuming this isn't his normal game plan, but Conductor works. You got to work with the cards you're dealt. You can't be like, oh man, I didn't draw Oviraptor, I lost. Instead, you're like, well, I found a way to get there with these Conductor Tyrannos.
I feel like that's what most players need to focus more on. I know some people, they scoop up their cards a little bit early just because they didn't got the strategy that they want to play. But, if you're versatile with your deck, you can play any of your strategies.
Double evolution pill.
And here comes that double evolution pill. I completely agree with that statement. And he's going to banish. There's that Link Karibo. The hardest part about this is getting the non-dinosaurs in the card.
Usually we rely on the extra deck monster or the disruption from the hand.
Double evolution pill will resolve then.
We can see a second one.
Out. Yeah, that seems like
I'm sure. I'm sure he plays plenty of copies of it. We saw 2, I think, in game 1. Yep, there it is.
Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
So
The main man himself.
what's the scariest thing other than facing off one Ultimate Conductor Tyranno? Facing off 2 of them.
Oh, it looks like there's a Litho Sage in his hand. He's not going to be able to summon that.
I will end my main phase.
Unfortunately, there's no Earth monster.
Yep.
Usually one Earth monster just to summon it out, but you don't get the
The extra
little,
deck unless you do 2 Earths, right?
yeah. Well, if you do double baby Ceratosaurus, I don't know.
You just get a full board and you're taking out cards out of your opponent's extra. It's so strong.
And we're going to see the attack for the Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, sending the Geo. Geo's defense set isn't even that small either. It's
pretty high.
Very, very large. I believe it's around 29?
Yeah, but Conductor having that 3,500 attack could attack over it or just send it to the effect and Harold's just been taking increments of 1,000 this entire game from all the defense zone monsters. The instant fusion from the other game. The Spright starter took 1,000.
Oh wait, no, this is
good.
playable. This is playable.
It's something, but he's going to leave him with just that conductor, which isn't. Oh, he could have
That's
bounced the dancing leaf.
Or maybe he's I don't think he can take the damage here.
Yeah, no, he can't.
He
He's
can't
one
take the damage.
conductor Tyrannos.
He needed to bounce the card back.
Yeah, I don't think it would have mattered too much in the end of it, but this conductor Tyranno. Oh, Hakeem not pulling.
Oh, because he could have activated and reset the card, use that face down conductor Tyranno for his own ninja.
Oh, because the other one has to stay down. You're
Yeah,
right.
he could have used that.
Maybe not having anything else he could summon off. Maybe he missed that. He forgot he could bounce that dancing leaves. That would have been kind of cool.
That would have been huge.
I will banish.
And then you go into another Geo, flip the other conductor hammer face down. Oh, there might be an option there.
One copy of yours.
So he's going to take out
Zeus. Oh, you take it 3 different names here.
Yep. Gets the ultimate gradient. So he's just looking for the things maybe he has one of in his extra deck.
That is all.
I mean, you got to make some level of impact. I mean, picking a double name doesn't really change any of the outcomes.
Then
I love seeing it though.
No,
I
it's
love
such a
seeing it
pretty
played
card,
right
yeah.
now.
The True King cards are some of my favorite artworks. Marianne's beautiful card.
No, that's fine. Yeah, you're fine.
That card is evenly matched. There's just so many ways to kind of play around it and even keep cards on the field.
For 3,500.
That is going to be game.
And Hakeem and his Dinosaur, I'm just going to...